Have you ever heard a story so intense, so heart-stopping, that for a moment you forget to breathe? Because tonight, I'm about to tell you something that doesn't feel real, something that feels more like a scene from a movie than a moment that happened on an ordinary night in Indiana. Picture this, a dark stretch of road, flashing police lights cutting through the cold air, and a silence so heavy it almost presses against your chest. And somewhere in that darkness, a decision is about to be made, not by a hero in a cape, not by some trained soldier, but by a dog whose loyalty runs deeper than instinct, deeper than training, deeper than fear itself. A dog who, in the next few seconds, will make a choice that no one could ever ask for. But every hero is defined by what he did, changed everything. What he did, saved a life. And what happened after. It's the part that still keeps people talking to this day. Before we dive into this unbelievable story, tell me one thing, where are you watching from right now? I love seeing how far these real-life miracles travel. So, here's how it all began. Just after midnight, on a night that felt too quiet for its own good, Trooper Walter Butt pulled his cruiser onto a narrow Indianapolis street. His partner sat in the back, alert, focused, ears twitching at every sound. Apache, a Belgian Malinois with eyes that could slice straight through the dark. To the world, he was a K-9 officer. To Butt, he was family. But neither of them had any idea that within the next few minutes, fate was going to force Apache to make a choice no dog should ever have to make. The call came in fast, a felony warrant. A dangerous suspect, a location only a few blocks away. Butt tightened his vest. Apache stood and pressed his nose to the hatch, ready. They'd done this 100 times. Felons flee, Apache catches them, but cuffs them clean, controlled, professional. But tonight, something felt off. Even Apache sensed it. His body was stone still, muscles coiled, eyes locked forward. That dog had instincts sharper than radar. When they arrived, the suspect Cortez Boxley didn't run right away. He stared, calculating, almost waiting. And then, like lightning splitting a tree, he bolted. Apache was out before Butt finished shouting the command, sprinting into the darkness with the kind of speed that almost looks impossible in real time. His paws hit the pavement like drumbeats. His breath cut through the cold. Every part of him was built for this moment, but then, everything flipped. Boxley didn't just run. He spun. His arm came up, and in the faint wash of streetlight Butt saw metal. A gun. There's a moment in gunfire that only people who've lived through it understand. The sound doesn't hit first. The fear does. The instinct. The shockwave of this is happening before the bang ever reaches your ears. But reached for his weapon. But Apache didn't think. Apache didn't hesitate. Apache launched, a blur of tan fur and muscle and loyalty exploding across the night, and then a crack. A single deafening gunshot tearing through the silence. But saw Apache twist mid-air and fall hard, hitting the ground with a sickening thud, then scrambling up before Butt could even reach him. He was wounded badly, but driven by something primal. Survival, protection, duty. He vanished into the darkness, leaving a trail of fear, blood, and unanswered prayers behind him. Butt neutralized the threat, radioed for backup, and then did something no officer ever wants to do. He searched the night, calling for a partner who couldn't call back. Hours passed. Rain fell. Night turned to dawn. Officers combed woods, backyards, drainage ditches. Every second felt heavier than the last. Because the truth was brutal. A wounded K-9 in the wild doesn't always survive the night. And then, hope rang. A homeowner miles away reported a dog limping across their yard, exhausted, shaking, bleeding, but alive, but drove like a man possessed, heart hammering against his ribs. And when he arrived, he saw Apache standing there, sun glowing behind him, battered, wounded, but somehow still strong. When Apache saw Butt, something broke in him. He limped as fast as he could, collapsing into Butt's arms with a whine that said everything words never could. Veterinarians found bullet fragments lodged deep in Apache's neck, too dangerous to remove. But you know what Apache did. He healed, he trained, and 3 weeks later, he was back on duty. Like he hadn't just taken a bullet to save a man's life. Like courage was just another day at work. 8 more years, hundreds more arrests, a Paw of Courage award, and finally, retirement. Now, Apache spends his days sleeping on couches he's not supposed to be on, and stealing bacon from Butt's kitchen like he owns the place. Because honestly, after what he did, he kind of does. And that's the truth about real loyalty. It doesn't bark, or wag, or look cute on camera. Sometimes, it throws itself in front of a bullet. And sometimes, it survives just long enough to come home.